Hello, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, I host a themed event every single month, and my goal is to encourage you all to want to host your friends and family for a themed get-together at your house in a way that feels very approachable, meaningful, and most importantly, affordable. So in this month's episode, I will be walking you guys through my plans for my 31st birthday party. The theme for this event is a Spaghet-Together. You guessed it, we will be making spaghetti together. And the way I chose this theme is I actually was watching a video from Preppy Kitchen. If you don't know his videos, he's great. He walks you through how to cook, how to bake, a bunch of new recipes, and it's just like, I love just having him on in the background. So yeah, I was watching a video and he was making spaghetti and I was like, that would be a really cool thing to do with my friends. And then I was like, my birthday's coming up. Why don't I host a little pasta night with my friends? So I was scrolling on Pinterest trying to find some ideas of kind of what I want the ambiance to look like and feel like. And I wanted to go for like this romantic Italian vibe. So I started going through all of my event stuff that I have. My decorations, my kitchen sets, what have you, to figure out like what do I already have so that I can kind of build the ambiance around what I already own. I'm actually getting married in a few months, so I don't have a big budget to spend on my 31st birthday party. So I am actually going to spend $0 on my birthday party, minus the food and like the actual supplies, like that's fine, whatever. But on like decorations, I'm not going to spend a penny. So I started going through everything that I have to figure out like what themes can I create, what color palette can I create from the things I already have. And I have a lot of black, I have a lot of red, and I have a lot of cream. So I decided, perfect, that's the color palette and we'll work with what we have. I think black, red, and cream will just make for a perfect romantic Italian night. It's perfect. This is the invitation that I created that I sent to all my friends. It's actually available for purchase in the description. If you're interested in replicating this theme, you can download the invitation and you can edit the details and host your own spaghetti together. So without further ado, I want to start by walking you through all of the things that I've accumulated and like gathered from all of my decor stuff that I've gathered from the last couple years. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all of it yet. I just gathered all of the black, cream, and red things I could find. So let's walk through all of that stuff and then I can guide you guys through my plan. Okay, so for my birthday party last year, I turned 30. And I kept seeing like RIP to my 20s all over TikTok and Instagram. And I didn't want to copy that theme, so I tried to figure out, I did like the idea of having like a dark funeral for my 20s and just kind of saying goodbye to that chapter of my life. Goodbye. But I didn't want to just replicate what was already being done. So instead of doing like an RIP to my 20s, I did like a celebration of life. And I like basically set up an entire like stage where my friends could do like my eulogy. Anyways, for that room, I made these with some friends. I got all of these flowers, I think from the Dollar Tree or Amazon. One of the two, I can't remember. And we just cut them off all the stems and we put some fishing line through it and we hung them from the ceiling. So I saved them all and I have a million. And unfortunately for me, they're all tangled. Yeah, they're all tangled. So that'll be a very fun project to untangle. But anyways, I'm gonna figure out where to put all these. I think this will look super beautiful, probably in the kitchen. And I'll kind of walk you guys through what I'm thinking in the kitchen in a second for all of like the pasta making stations. But I think this kind of hanging from the ceiling in the kitchen would look stunning, but we shall see. I also have a ton of these fake roses. I don't remember what event I got this for, but I have 12, so I'm gonna figure out what to do with these bad boys. For my big celebration of life, I bought this veil. Very dramatic, but very beautiful. And this could be a beautiful tablecloth, so I have a few ideas for some of the tables in the kitchen. So we'll play around with that. I have these velvet red curtains that I could also use as tablecloths. So I'm gonna play around with this, maybe even layer it in with this. So we'll see. We'll see what that looks like. Of course we're gonna bust out our champagne tower again, but this time, if you saw my last video, I spilled everywhere. So I won't be making that same mistake again because I will be pre-pouring these. Obviously I'm missing a candle, but this could be fun. This may look a little too gothic maybe, I don't know. We'll play around with this and see where it could fit, but it's black and cream, so we pulled it out. I love this YouTuber named Allison Bickerstaff. I actually found out about this through her channel, but it's this menu book, and I told my friend about it, and she actually bought it for me for my birthday, so I love it so much. It just has all of these beautiful illustrations with just like guests on one side and menu on the other side. And yeah, you can just fill it out for any occasion, any event. Like I'll show you, like this was for my friend Sophia's birthday, and we just wrote like all the guests signed their names. We put like what the menu was, and then I just like taped some Polaroids to it. So I definitely want to do this for my 31st birthday. So we'll find a page that kind of matches the vibe that we're going for. And I always like, lately I've been forgetting to pull this out, and I've been so sad after the event's over. I like remember this. So I put it on the table so I wouldn't forget. So I think that's honestly it for decor. Like I really want it to be kind of simple, dreamy, romantic, and yeah, and fun most of all. So let's head into the kitchen and I'll kind of walk you guys through my plans. It is currently January 11th. We have 7 days. I'm not too stressed about this prep. It's fairly simple. For the food and drinks, I'm just gonna do probably Martinelli's again. For snacks, I'm thinking of doing like a little charcuterie board. Very simple, nothing crazy. And if I have time, I'll make a cake. If I have time. I'm not gonna stress about it. So that's the vibe. Finger food, Martinelli's, and making spaghetti for my friends to take home with them. The reason that I wanted to do this was because it just sounds so tactile and meaningful, and we're doing something that I think sometimes feels like a forgotten art when we're so accustomed to going to the grocery store and grabbing whatever we want whenever we want. It's like, okay, let's take some time, and especially because I don't have a KitchenAid, it's like, okay, we're gonna be making pasta genuinely from scratch with no kitchen tools to help us besides my kitchen roller. And yeah, my friends get to leave with something that they made. I just wanted to host a night that felt very full of connection and being in the kitchen. I love being in the kitchen. I love cooking for people. It feels like just like one of the most sacred acts of love, in my opinion, of just like taking time to hand make something in the kitchen that you get to serve to people that you love. Like what a beautiful thing that we get to do. And I want to create something with the people that I love in my kitchen. Sounds like the best day ever. Sounds like the best way to ring in 31 if you ask me. 30 fun, actually. So that's the vibe. We have 7 days. I ain't stressed. My idea for the week is to slowly start figuring out like exactly where I want to put everything and kind of going from there. But yeah, very low lift with a very big reward. What more could you want, honestly? Hello, good morning. It is currently January 17th, the day of my birthday party, and the last time I recorded was last Sunday. I just walked you guys through all of the decorations that I have, and I've done literally nothing since then. No, that's a lie. I printed out a few things that I'll walk you guys through, and then I just like thought about the setup throughout the week to make sure that come today, I'm ready and prepared to execute. I also really want this event to feel like it's so easy to replicate. Even if you have like 0 decorations and you don't feel like decorating, you can still host a Spaghet-Together with your friends because the setup of the actual activity is very low lift, very simple, very easy. And I have the downloadable invitations in the description and some of the instructions on how to make the pasta and like just step-by-step instructions for all of your guests available in the description box below. But without further ado, I want to talk through my plan for today. I woke up, read my Kindle, had a nice cup of coffee, had a kick-ass workout, took a nice hot shower, and now I'm ready to tackle this. And like I said, I want this event to feel low lift. We're here to have fun. We're here to make connections with friends. And honestly, what I've been thinking about is like, we live in a society where I feel like everybody is trying everything that they possibly can to avoid getting old. And I have been feeling very emotional this birthday, and if you know me, I'm not an emotional person, okay? No. And I've just been feeling like this overwhelming sense of gratitude and joy, just gratitude for being able to say I get to celebrate another birthday. Like, life is so fragile and so unknown, and there's just so many scary things going on in the world right now that I just feel so blessed to be able to say I'm getting older. I have the privilege of getting older, and I'm lucky enough to celebrate my life and this new chapter for me, surrounded by all of the people that I love and value. And so at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So I really just want to emphasize that to you all, that the point of hosting isn't to add more stress to your days. The point of hosting is to prioritize gathering the people that you love, to just do something fun and celebrate life, and like shut out the horrors of the world for a second and just do something fun and meaningful and create core memories. So that's what we're gonna do today. What we have to do is I have to hang up some of the decorations, which I'll talk you guys through what happened this morning in a second. I'm feeling ambitious, so we're gonna bake a cake. I have an idea of what I want the cake to look like. It's going to be a black velvet cake, and I'm going to dye it with activated charcoal. So I don't use all that weird dye shit, okay? I just don't. I'm feeling ambitious about this cake. That's probably the heaviest lift of the day. Let me go walk you guys through what I'm thinking in the kitchen. So while I was drinking my coffee this morning, I was like, how can I make this experience way more relaxing? I look forward to my morning cup of coffee every night. That is like my favorite part of the day. So I was like, what can I do to enhance said experience? Maybe I should untangle these, because that's not stressful. To no avail. I think I untangled one successfully. So I couldn't do it. It's way too tangled. I swear I was making it worse. But we here at the Moody Solace family are resourceful. So we're gonna make it work, because some of them actually ended up looking a little like, this one's just double in size now. Perfect, all good. So I do like the fact that it adds some more dimension. So I meant to do that, obviously. My biggest tip for hosting is that if you don't have a lot of decorations to utilize, find one spot that you really just want to go all out and just isolate all of your decorations to that small section, and then that section will just look more full. If you start to spread out the little things that you have over a larger space, it's going to look very, very sparse. So just prioritize one area and go all out, and that'll be your centerpiece. So we'll play around with these and see what looks the best. I want to walk you guys through what I got from Trader Joe's last night and how I'm planning on kind of displaying all of the snacks and drinks. Well, the recipe for the spaghetti calls for 2 cups of flour and 2 eggs per person or per station, and a little splash of olive oil and salt. So I got 2 packs of these bad boys. And then I want to keep the snacks simple. Just I'm going to have a charcuterie set up on this table. I got some crackers. These are like $3.99, the best deal that they have there for crackers in my opinion, and you get so many. I tried to keep the colors on theme because I'm psycho. So I just like didn't want to add too many colors. I really wanted everything to look as cohesive as possible. So I have grapes, I have salami in the fridge, I have strawberries in the fridge, I got some dark chocolate covered pretzels. The salami's not in the fridge, it's literally right here. And then my mom, love her, bless her soul, I know she's watching this, hello. What is this? This is so much chocolate, Mom. So I'm gonna share the wealth and disperse this on my charcuterie setup. So that's all I have for snacks, to be honest with you. Oh, and I got some dips. I got some dips for the crackers, and that's about it. So I think now we start on the cake, and then we will start figuring out where to hang garlands, and then we'll go from there.
Everybody's gotta run, and ain't nobody gonna hold easy, and you never found your way. And if you try and walk alone, you're already lost, believe me.
So the cake's currently in the oven, so let's see what we can do with the garlands while that bakes up.
And there's darkness before light. Find somebody and get together. Make love that lasts forever, every day and every night.
Okay, I just had another idea. I do like this idea. I think it'll look really pretty, but yes, sir. I think this actually looks really good and I am loving this, but I also think that I want to, let me show you. If I isolate the flowers to here, where I have all of the food set up and like the red draping, I'll show you guys what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna just have like red velvet drapes over this. I think the flowers might actually look really cool here. Let's try it. Let's try it. I gotta try it. I gotta try it. I don't think I mentioned this, but guests are coming at 5 o'clock and it's currently like 11:20. So we have some time. We're good. We can try out as many ideas as we want. We're chilling. That is not correct. I made it worse. I made it so much worse. Help. Help. I need somebody to help. Not just anybody. Are you joking? Ta-da! Where's my tape? Bumble. Oh my god! Pretty pleased with how this is turning out so far, if I do say so myself. I do like these hanging from here. Unfortunately, this is all I could untangle and I'm not dealing with the rest. This is what I made for each station. Maybe we do that next. We make the spaghetti stations. Again, this will be available for download in the description. But I made this little copy and pasta instruction manual thing. And I looked up the Italian words for ingredients and instructions. So look how cute. I think it's precious. Everybody will have one of these at their stations. And then I also made a storage instruction printout that, oh my god! Look how there's so much tape on the ceiling. Okay, anyways, we'll get to that in a second. I made this little storage instruction manual, or if you want to refrigerate it, let it air dry, freeze it, and then how to cook it. So I'm gonna frame this and I think put it up there, but we'll see. I didn't make one of these per station. I only made one total. So we'll see where to put this. I guess I have to fix this yet again. If that falls one more time, I'm canceling the whole event. Done. Canceled. I need to figure out what I want to do with these. I don't know yet. Let's maybe start with by clearing out the gigantor mess that I made, setting up some of the pasta stations, and going from there. All right, let's get to work. I'm just sitting here taking a quick breather admiring the work we've done thus far, and 2 of the florals have fallen. 2! So I'm reevaluating and kind of questioning my decision with this. I'm wondering if I should just take them all down. Maybe it'll look a little bit more elegant without them. Like maybe they're just distracting from the ambiance. Let's take them down and see what we think. I think it looks a little bit more elegant without them, if I'm being honest. What if we try some string lights? Please hold. It appears we're back to square one. It took me 18 minutes to get this. Just one. So this better look good. All right, let's see. So, anyways, see you tomorrow. And 10 minutes later, we have one more. I have no energy to do another one of these. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. But I think 2 is all we need. You're joking. You're joking. No way. No way. All right, be right back. I'll be right back. I could literally just jump rope this now since it's a useless light. On to the next. Okay, that took me 16 more minutes. Finally finished. Lesson learned to store these a little bit better. Anyways, I tested it before I started untangling, so. Yeah, if I have to untangle one more thing today, I think I'm gonna freak out. All that for that. Anyways, I think I like it a little bit more. Once we have all the food on here, we can figure out what more little accents to add. Let's set up the workstations. Every time we eat pasta, I save the jars because they're basically they literally are mason jars. So I've been saving them, and my fiance's like, when are we ever gonna use the jars? You have so many jars. I don't want to hear it because this is a necessity. This is what we've been preparing for. Good thing I have a million more because we have more stations to set up. So let's go. my god. This is so bad. This is so bad. This is probably one of the worst cakes I've ever decorated in my life. I'm not even gonna lie. This is the worst cake I've ever made in my life. Not even like top 10 worst cakes, worst cake. This takes the cake as worst cake. That looks embarrassing. It's so bad. Okay, I'm running out of time. It's 4 o'clock. I have an hour. I haven't even gotten ready yet. I forgot I had this. And so, in Sabrina fashion, I'm starting over again at 4 o'clock. But I think this adds maybe some elegance, so let me see what it looks like. It is 4:30 and I unfortunately still look like this. I still look like this. I just finished everything. Thank God. And now I'm gonna get ready. So let's see what magic we can whip up in 30 minutes, shall we? Not bad for 30 minutes. So guests are arriving and let's get the motherfucking party started. It's not Italian for This is not Italian, guy. I'm gonna have like 20 pictures of this. Like, happy birthday! Where's this? And that's a wrap for my 31st birthday party. I had such a beautiful time. It was so wholesome. Just surrounded by like just the best people and the best energy, and everyone had a blast making their pasta. It was just fun. It was just fun and a beautiful evening. I hope this episode inspired you to host your own Spaghet-Together with your friends and just have a good time. Just have a good time, low lift, and fun vibes. What more do you want? What more do you want? Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next month. Bye. Bye.